Hey guys, it's Nick V here with DDRV. That's Dennis Dillon RV in Southern California, Westminster, Orange County. We have Class A's, Class C's, Class Super C's, Class T for trailer, just about the whole alphabet. Today we're going to look at the Wolf Pup 14cc. The Wolf Pup is the smaller line of the Cherokee brand. Over here you'll see that we have these very large high up Cherokees and slightly smaller and lower to the ground gray wolf right next to it. This is all the same brand as the Wolf Pup. It is the smallest one, 14cc, 14 meaning roughly 14 feet of length on the floor. Anyways, it's really like 14 and a half, but tip of the tongue to back of the bumper, it comes in at 19 feet and 3 inches. As far as the CC in that name, I'm not really sure. Maybe it's cute camper. The name designations and letters don't always make sense. They might to the manufacturer, but they might not to the consumer, us. But let's move past that and get on to the nuts and bolts of it. This one's right about 3,000 pounds. I say about because, for one, they're not exactly the same weight off the line, and two, they come spec'd out differently if you're on the East Coast or West Coast, or perhaps you have 2 solar panels instead of 1, different equipment, etc. So roughly 3,000 pounds. Most vehicles can tow this. Even a Jeep. They have, I believe, a max rating generally of about 3,500 pounds. So it doesn't mean you can load it up very heavily. It's the smallest one they offer, again, but it packs a lot of punch for the small, affordable price. The 2023 model is different from the previous models. A few things right off the bat you can tell right away is you've got the white and blue and black demarcations, where previously that was silver and blue instead of white. So it brightens it up a little bit. Also, the windows are highly reflective, so now if somebody's walking by and you're getting dressed inside, they're not gonna be able to see you anymore like they would previously. Also, it's gonna keep out that heat reflection as well. The entire Cherokee line, including Wolf Pup, has almost all of their features alike on their 30-foot models, even down to their smallest models. First of all, you're going to have solar up top, which is going to charge your deep cycle battery down below, and that's going to charge all your lights, your awning, even your refrigerator, which is pretty amazing. Considering most trailers use propane to keep the refrigerator cold. It takes overnight to get cold, and in most states you can't travel with the propane on keeping your fridge cold. Whereas now with the 12-volt fridge, once it's hooked up to your vehicle, your cold food is still staying cold while traveling. It's pretty awesome. Bringing it around this direction, the first thing you're going to notice is the storage underneath the bed here. It's pretty ample, and I'll show you from the inside what it looks like. That way you have inside and outside access. This is your solar charge controller inside the coach instead of outside. You don't have to worry about rain or mice or anything like that. They have a simple latch like so, which over the years can break off. So if you want to upgrade those to magnetic latches, that would be a small recommendation. They go a little bit longer, in my opinion. Another thing that they added for 2023 are these cool little lights here, which you can't really see because it's not very dark, but it just adds a little bit extra. Of course, you got your awning light blue, as well as your speaker lights, which are blue. Same thing on the inside as well. Not sure if you can see it from out here. Those are the main additions to the 2023 model, but the biggest one, which I think is fantastic because this is something you usually don't find on smaller trailers, it's something on fifth wheels and large buses, etc. It is this tankless water heater. So you know when you're taking a shower and you got your hand in the shower and you're outside and you're waiting for it to get warm, well, you no longer have to do that because you just set the temperature you want it to, and it'll cycle through until it gets to that temperature, and then it comes out at that designated temperature. So you're conserving water, for one, and two, you get to take longer, hotter showers as long as you've got a good supply of water. Speaking of that, you've got an outdoor hot and cold shower outside as well as indoor. That way you can rinse off your feet, your dogs, dirty children, whatever it is that you need to do. Working our way back down here, you have your regular shore power and your sewer outlets here, black and gray in one instead of two separate. A light here for the outside in case you really need to deal with that at night, which I hope you don't have to. Bringing it around to the back, this is kind of what makes the 14cc unique, is that it's kind of like a truck camper where they have the door entrance on the rear. Normally they're on the camper side. On any other trailer, they're on this side of the trailer, but now you get more space for camping, no people going in and out, and it's on the back. So in that respect, it's really cool, really unique. Over here, you have your backup camera, another feature standard on the whole Cherokee line. I could show you a trailer 2 times the price and it won't have a backup camera included. So that saves you $500 to $700 right there, and it also Bluetooth to your phone. This is a tempered glass door, so it's not likely to break. Also, it's highly resistant to wind, so it kind of stays where you put it. It's not going to be waving too much in higher winds. It's not going to slam the back of the trailer. Of course, you have a screen door as well, and these are solid aluminum steps. I believe they're Moride or Step Above, whatever you want to call them. The point is that they're not flimsy, they're not hanging down, so a 300-pound man can step on these with confidence and get in and out without shaking the whole darn trailer. They're also adjustable. You're never going to be on even ground, so that is a big plus for you. One thing I did forget to mention is a few other things out here. There's a couple extra things out here that I didn't mention yet. Bringing it on down to the wheels, these are alloy wheels, not steel. Alloy dissipates heat faster, so if you're braking down a mountain for long periods of time, it's not going to be retaining that heat, dissipates it quicker, you won't have smoking brakes. Another really awesome aspect, little feature they give you, is this quick check for your tire pressure. 50, because your tire pressure should be at 50. Also, it's nitrogen filled. That way you don't have to worry about temperature fluctuations or altitude fluctuations changing the pressure of your tires as it would in regular air, as well as moisture, for example. So it gets rid of all those problems. That way it keeps your air pressures even at almost all times. So green means you're good. And if it didn't have air pressure, it would be yellow or red, as you can see here. And you could just quickly see, oh, hey, it's red. I need to fill up a little bit more. Or, okay, we're good to go. That way you don't have to physically get down and check the air pressure of each tire. They give you 4 stabilizers, 2 on the left, 2 on the right, 2 in the front, 2 in the back, however you want to view it. 4 altogether. Now, they are manual. I myself am not a fan of the electric stabilizers because they tend to break after a certain period of time, just like anything else electronic. This is pretty much fail-safe, and if you don't want to get down and use their crank like a 1930s Ford, then you can just get a 3/4 inch bit, bring your power drill along with you. It takes 8 seconds to get up and down, really quick, really easily adjustable, no work, and pretty much foolproof. They're gonna last a lot longer than probably your average electric powered ones will. Another cool little feature they give you, leash latch for the pup or the drunkard or whoever's in trouble. They also give you this cool doohickey here, and that is a TV mount. So you can have your TV on the inside. You'll see the one that's right there, depending on your size of your TV, and you can pop it right out, bring it on outside, pop it into the same mount, and plug in right here. That way, if you want to bring your TV in and out, you'd have to decide to have both, or you can just choose if you want inside or outside at your own comfort. It's really easy. It doesn't require any technical knowledge. You just lift it up, pop it in, slide out. Another feature they added for 2023 is this ladder setup here. It's set up for a ladder. You buy the ladder separately. They don't give it to you because of liability reasons. People suing everybody for everything. I got on the roof of my own trailer and fell off, and so liability issues. If you see some brands that have the ladder and some don't, the ones that don't just got sued more, I guess, and they decided not to deal with it anymore. So they give you this though. If you want to put on a ladder at your own discretion, go for it. You only really need to be up there once a year anyways to check the seals of your roof. It's not something you're going up and down every day anyways. So it's not something you absolutely need, but it's nice that they gave it to you for the folks that like to have it there. Spare tire on the rear. That sizing, by the way, 19 feet 3 inches in length to the back of the bumper, ends here. So it doesn't include the spare tire. So if you are getting down to the inches in your driveway, whatever it is, and you're going off the manufacturer spec, just realize you got another 6 to 8 inches here. Of course, that's easily removable, so you could store that on the inside if you absolutely need to until you're ready to take off, and then put it back. Just something to be aware of. A very large handle here. A lot of trailers will just give you a typical handle door pull type of situation, but this is nice because if you lose your balance, you can just kind of lean into it or catch it. Gives a lot more flexibility there. So this galleyway is kind of like, again, a truck camper or a boat. Coming in, what makes this very unique is that you've got your shower separate from your bath. They give you a little skylight there. Don't worry, if you're 6 foot, 6'2", you can still fit in there. If you're 6'5", you're probably out of luck though. You got a nice little sink here, and you can move your shower head here to wash your hands. So your toilet is over here, and pretty much every lady I showed this to said, "Wow, that's great. He can stink up the bathroom while I take a shower. I don't have to worry about it smelling." So fellas, it looks like we keep doing that to our ladies. I think we need to stop that. You have your temperature control right here. Nice thermostat for your AC and furnace. You get speakers on the ceiling as well as this giant subwoofer. Pretty awesome. Here's that AC. Now normally on something this small you get a window AC, you get something 3,000, 5,000 BTU. This is a 13,500 BTU AC. It's the same AC that they use on their 30-foot models. So if it can keep a 30-foot cool, it's going to have no problem doing that on their 20-foot models. Another feature that comes standard across the board is their 12-volt fridge. You got a giant fridge separate from your freezer. Normally the standard is 6 or 8 cubic foot. This is 10.4 actually. If we look at the specs, which it doesn't even say, but that's what it is. It's bigger than average, that's for sure. Microwave up top, pretty standard. 2-burner stove with this flat surface cover as well for your sink. That way, if you're not using them, you have a larger surface area to place things on. So if you're washing dishes, get that out of the way. Or if you're cooking and not washing dishes, hopefully not at the same time, that flips up and you have more counter space here to do what you need to do. Bringing it over to the dinette. Gonna have to cut that part out. Bringing it over to the dinette, it's a single sear dinette. When I say single, I mean It's good enough for one person. Two's a crowd, but you can make it work if you got a kid next to you or what have you, or if you're trying to play a card game. You could do 2 and 2, but better it's 1 and 1. This, of course, turns into a dinette. Sorry. This, of course, turns into a bed just like any other dinette you'll see in any other trailer. So this will sleep one person. You got 2 people sleeping here. This is a camper queen, which is 60 inches wide by 74 inches wide, whereas a true queen is 80 inches wide. So you're losing 6 inches, which is pretty much a standard across the board on smaller trailers. Now, one thing that's neat about this is they give you this cool little shelf cubby situation. And, you know, if you're not short like I am, I'm only 5'7", but if you're on the taller side and you need your queen mattress, that's pretty easily removable. You could take that out, put a real queen mattress in there if you like, so that's always an option for you. You have a cool, easy handle right here with hands-free technology, also known as struts, so that way you can take things in and out of here, especially the larger items, without having to hold the bed up the whole time. So that's nice. Storage potential. So above the dinette, we've got this large cabinet over here. Overhead storage. You've got overhead storage here for clothes. Goes all the way to the left and to the right. Underneath the bed, these are underneath the dinette seating area. And overhead cabin right here above the sink for your plates, etc. Pots and pans can still fit in there. That one is mostly taken up by the sink, but you get the idea. You can still fill this whole thing up with pots and pans and cooking items and plates and cups and then clothes, etc., accessories, DVDs, who knows what. So for a very small trailer, you actually do have a lot of storage potential here. So to recap, on the Wolf Pup 14cc, you get tankless water heater, which if your trailer did not have it, would cost you several $1,000s to install. Comes with a backup camera already included, saves you $500 to $700 right there. Comes with a 13,500 BTU AC. Again, about $1,000 or more to buy and install something like that if your trailer didn't already have it. They give you the giant, almost 11 cubic foot, 12 volt fridge, and you get your total control panel that you can Bluetooth to your phone. Those 5 things all in one tiny package are across the board standard now for all the Cherokee line. Oh, and solar. You get solar, of course, to charge your battery because you have the 12 volt fridge. So you're getting all these awesome features at the lowest, smallest size and price. Now, well, okay, here anyways, at DDRV, it's one of our lowest price trailers here. Is it the cheapest trailer out there? No, but it's among the lowest price. Now, you don't necessarily want to get the cheapest trailer thing out there because it's not that great, to be honest. But maybe you don't want to get the most expensive or even something middle of the ground. This is kind of midway between cheapest and middle of the ground, where you're not sacrificing much and you're getting a lot in return. So coming in at just under 20 feet total, this can fit in most people's driveway, right about 3,000 pounds. Most cars can tow this guy, and gives you tons of cool features that you won't find all of those features on any other trailer. Sure, you might find 1 or 2 of those things on other trailers, but all of them together in a small package makes this a great purchase for your first time. And in fact, that's why the Cherokee line is the #1 selling in America. And when I say #1, I don't mean by a little bit, I mean by a long shot. They're the #1 selling brand in America, and for that reason. So let me know what you think. If you liked the video, if you hated it, if it was informational or productive or what have you, give me your thoughts. I'd be happy to know.